Hi, it's Dottie, of course, because this is my channel, so who else would it be? Oh, there's a deer watching me. How fun. So many of you may not know, but I am into archery, and so I'm also into throwing knives because I like to just learn new things. Hey, Zulu. Um, so I haven't made a archery video on my channel. I thought it would be a lot of fun. Um, I am just outside in my yard and I am going to be shooting my bow just for practice for fun and throwing some knives. So I have it's a 20-pound, 28-inch fiberglass song recurve horse bow. So this is my bow. It's very, very lovely. I got it from Cinnabar Bow, and it's wonderful. I love it. So you can see here, this is ray skin, and then it has this really nice, pretty wrapping there, and then that is my bow. So I got that earlier this year in, I think, like the end of March or beginning of April. So you can hear me, Zulu, I hope. I don't normally go live on my phone, so it's a little bit different for me. But hey, Sue. So I also have my back quiver here, and these are carbon fiber arrows. You can also get wooden arrows or whatnot with a field tip point on them. And just some nice pretty fletchings there. So, oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see. If you look right here by this big rock, there's a deer eating I just put out some peanuts for the squirrels and birds, and the deer is eating the peanuts. So how fun. But yeah, I have this back quiver. It's very nice. Pop it right there. You got your arrow. So I also have, these were a wonderful gift from my good old friend Zulu One. So I have these throwing knives, and they're arrow blades. So he got them on Amazon. They're very inexpensive, but I mean, look at how pretty they are. They've got this awesome dragon on them. Very nice. So those are my little knives. And then these, I got these at Cabela's, but you can get them on Amazon for cheaper, of course. Oh my gosh, there's 2 deer out here. How fun. I will not be shooting the deer, FYI. I'm not an animal shooter. Oh my gosh. I'm going to pick this up and show you. Hopefully you can see the deer. See that? I hope you could see the deer. Hopefully my phone doesn't fall over now that I moved it. Sorry if you're getting okay, there we go. Awesome. I'm like a Disney princess. So, yeah, I've got deer in my yard here. So that's awesome. If only I could get them to do my chores for me. But my other knives are these awesome Smith and Wesson. I always say Swiss and Wesson, but they're Smith and Wesson. So Smith and Wesson. And yeah, I got these at Cabela's, but you can get them on Amazon for cheaper, of course. But yeah, I'm just going to be having some fun Damn, I wanted to see her shoot a deer. Yeah, I will not be shooting a deer in this video. I shoot strictly targets. I would like a deer target though, just because it is fun to shoot shoot like animal targets. Like there's a really cool boar at Cabela's that Swiss and Messin. Yeah, literally, exactly. That's exactly it. Um, but yeah, it is really fun to shoot like animal targets, but I have no desire to actually shoot an animal because I would probably cry if I actually shot an animal. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm just gonna practice some. I don't want to like scare the deer away. I'm waiting till they finish eating the peanuts so they leave, but they'll probably leave when I start shooting. Um, but yeah, it is really fun to shoot animal targets. So, um, and I also have just for fun, I have my rice paddy hat because I shoot an Asiatic bow. Oh my god, an Asiatic bow, which is Asian. This is better than fans only. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I shoot in the Asiatic style. So I've got my kimono on and I've got my rice paddy hat, and yeah, I definitely like the Asian style of shooting and clothing and all that. So we'll see if I can actually shoot with my hat on. It kind of gets in the way a little bit, but we're just going to have a little bit of fun. So chat amongst yourselves and enjoy the show. So it's really fun when you recurves are an acquired taste. Yeah, Dr. E. Vales. Most people like compound bows, which I think they're cool, but I am definitely a fan of my recurve horsebow. I really like how simple it is, and I feel like compounds just have so many moving parts on them that it's just not I'm not a fan of it. And also with a recurve, so this is a 20-pound bow. Sorry, I'm trying to stay in camera. This is a 20-pound bow. So when I draw it back, I am pulling all those 20 pounds myself. And obviously you can go higher up in bow weight, but but when you shoot a compound, the bow is holding the weight for you. So when you draw back a compound, the bow is holding that weight. And so I really like the recurve because when you pull that weight, I'm holding all that 20 pounds in my shoulder. And so I really like I just really like that aspect of it, and it just kind of makes me feel strong. And I just like, yeah, I love how simple and sleek the recurve bows are. And I mean, even if you get shot with a 20-pound bow, that is going to encumber you quite a bit. Like, depending on where you get shot, you will then have a like, can you imagine having this thing sticking like out of you? Like that's like seriously going to affect your movement ability. And so, even if it's a low weight, depending on where you get shot, you are you're going to be like, you're going to have this long thing like sticking out of you, and if you pull it out, you're going to do even more damage. So yeah, I really am like trying to get really good at my shooting form. Oh, the deer was like running away. But yeah, I'm trying to get really good at my shooting form before I increase weight. And so that's the same as when you are like lifting weights. You want to perfect your form before you add weights, because that's how you will avoid getting injured. So never pull it out. EMT 101. Yeah, exactly, Zulu. So if you have this 31, I think my arrows are 31 inches. I don't know. I should know that. But if you have a stake sticking out of you that's 30-ish inches long, I mean, that is just going to impair your movement a ton and not be very fun. So, and like if you get it through your throat, I mean, you're probably dead, regardless of how high the weight is. But so I'll shoot a couple more arrows and then I'll throw some of my knives. I won't be live too long today. I just, it's been raining so much here. I live in Washington, which is in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know how to talk. In the Pacific Northwest. And I swear to you, since fall hit, it has been like extreme monsoon season. It's been insane. It has been raining so much. It's just insanity. And so today it's actually quite nice. It's not cold. And so I wanted to get outside and shoot. And I thought, hey, why not do a video about it? Make it a little bit fun. So taking back Eden. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. Just walk it off. It's no problem. Like, you'll be fine. Just brush that off. And but yeah, it's a lot of fun. I wish that I had a like tree stand, just because, I mean, you never know when shit is going to hit the fan. And if you, like, you're going to hear a gun shooting very loudly, but the twang of a bowstring is very, very quiet. And so, I think it would just be fun to have a tree stand just in case, like, oh, someone's trying to come and, like, mess with my house or whatever, just to flush wounds. Take your legs off. Yeah, that's no problem. Yeah, just walk it off. You'll be good. But yeah, I think that learning to be proficient with different weapons it's just very beneficial for everyone. And I mean, it's a lot of fun. Like, who doesn't like fun bows and knives and guns and fun stuff like that. But So I know you can't see where you can shoot for some good food. You can shoot for some food and up from the ground come bubbling crude. Yeah, I will not shoot for food unless like absolutely I have to. I really don't like the thought of having to shoot an animal and like gut it. Oh, it sounds terrible. But like I do grow like I have a garden over here, and so I grow like carrots and turnips and stuff like that. So I think it's funny to like think of shooting like shooting my turnip with my bow or whatever, but you know, going vegan hunting. But yeah, I will definitely not shoot an animal unless absolutely necessary. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm glad that I picked up archery as a skill. It's awesome. And I know you can't see my target, but my aim is getting very good. So just be warned of that. And it's kind of fun because I shoot here in my yard and people I shoot the North American wild carrot. Yeah, they're wild as can be. They'll run all over the place. But yeah, I shoot here in my yard, and so people driving by, they probably think that I'm like threatening and crazy. So you know, that's a good way to weed out the people who want to mess with me or whatever. But yeah, my aim is getting quite good. This target that I have has there's 4 circles, and then on the bottom it says block. And so right now I'm shooting 6 arrows. And so, Eric, do you have a foam deer to shoot for practice? I don't currently have any foam animals, but I really, really want some because they're crazy fun. I was shooting with an ex of mine who got me into archery earlier this year, and he has an outdoor range. And yeah, he's got like a bear and a gopher and a deer and like a rabbit and like all kinds of little animals. And it's really fun to like try and shoot through the eye of the target animals. And yeah, it's a really good time. But yeah, I have no desire to shoot an actual deer. I think I'd probably like cry if I went hunting, and I'm definitely not up for that skill. But let's throw some of these knives, see how that goes. So if I get stabbed, don't worry, I'll be fine. Because sometimes by the trees it seems you live. Yes, I do. Pacific Northwest. I'm in Washington. Yeah, it's really great here. And this is just my yard. Hey, that's my yard. There were deer in the yard. I'm like a Disney princess, like I always wanted to be. If only I could get them to do my chores for me. But I stuffed plastic grocery bags in a corn feed bag for a target. It works well stopping the arrows. Oh yeah, I have a bigger target too that has, I think it's stuffed with like some kind of like, I can't think of the word, like fluffy, kind of cottony stuff. But yeah, this target that I'm shooting, it's just foam, like layers of foam. I don't know. I got it at Cabela's. It was cheap, and it works really well. But I was throwing my knives into it, and they were completely just destroying the target. So I got a bigger target, which is a lot of fun. But then now I have this fake cotton. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. But yeah, now I have this neighbor got a tree cut down like a week ago, and so I asked if I could have one of the rounds of wood, and that is a perfect target for my throwing knives. So yeah, the knives just stick in it really easily. But compound bow or recurve, I have, it's a fiberglass song recurve horse bow. And sorry if you get seasick for me moving this around, but give me one sec. There's some people walking by. I don't want to put them on camera if they don't want to be on camera. But here, let's see. I can't angle it. Okay, there it is. So yeah, it's just a wood round, and it's quite large. It's probably like 1.5 to 2 feet across, and a couple inches thick. So it's really nice. It works awesome. And yeah, I know exactly, Zayla. Hi. Oh, I've got just a bow, and then I'm going to play with my throwing knives too. So just having lots of fun. Oh, no, you're fine. You're fine. Very nice. What pound tension? It's 20 pounds. 20 pounds at 28 inches. I got it from Cinnabar Bow. And yeah, exactly. I want to hatch it too. I just started working. And so one of the things that I'm planning on buying is throwing hatchets, just because like these things are so much fun. Why wouldn't I want throwing hatchets? So yeah, but yeah, my neighbor was asking me what I was shooting and what I was doing. So okay, so I'm gonna throw my knives and we'll see. Killing the Neighbors, great album. Yeah, exactly. That's my metal album. So hopefully I don't die by throwing these, because sometimes you miss and they bounce out quite a bit. I actually like the sound that they make when they miss, because they're very loud and they're all metal. And I have never thrown a throwing knife. You have to get some. I mean, they're like, I love my bow a lot, but the throwing knives are very, very good for if you are aggressive and angry. And so, yeah, throwing knives are amazing. So I've been working on throwing them straight on, but I also work on throwing them by the tip. And so, like, these knives are a little bit sharper all around, but they're not so sharp, see, like, I can hold them easily and they don't cut me. These ones are a lot, like, fatter on the side, but still, like, when you throw it by the tip, like, I thought that it would, like, cut my hand. I was like, oh, people throw them by the tip, like, that's crazy. But no, like, it doesn't cut your hand at all. They're like sharp enough to go into wood or into your neck, but not so sharp that you can't like hold them and whatnot. Assortment of potato guns. Ooh, that sounds fun. I always like watching the what is it, the pumpkin chunkin, when people make like pumpkin cannon things and shoot their pumpkins. Those are really fun videos. So so yeah, let's throw some knives here. My son was over this weekend and he likes throwing the knives too. And he was like, oh, Mommy, I wonder if we can throw all three at once. And so he stood like really close and threw all three of the knives at one time. And like, he's actually getting really good. Like, I think he's better than me. But anyway, this is my you probably heard a couple of them bounce off and miss, which I like the sound of it just because they're so loud and like annoying. But oh, they're a lot of fun. I like them a lot. So now I will. Oh, this never stands up again when I move it. Sorry. Oh my god. What are you imagining the target is when you shot? Well, I mean, Zulu 1 was supposed to send me a picture of his face that I could put on the target and shoot that, but he didn't. But no, I just pretty much try and hit the circles on the target, and yeah, I shoot pretty close just because I'm working on form more than distance, and so yeah, I shoot pretty close, like only a few feet away, really, from my target. But yeah, like you should be able to, whatever your dominant eye is, mine is right. So you should be able to, when you draw it back, you should be able to look down the shaft of the arrow and see where you're shooting. And I'm getting pretty accurate and pretty good at it, but yeah, it definitely takes time to learn and get used to it. And then when you draw back, so I'll turn my elbow out and straighten my wrist, and then my bow will be like canted, so it's to the side just a little bit, and then my arrow rests like on top of my hand here, and then I draw it back, and you want to like really like squeeze your shoulder blades together when you draw back. And so yeah, I mean, there's literally a million different ways to shoot a bow. So many people do it differently, and this is the way that I was taught, and so this is the way that I just stick with. Shoot pistols with both eyes open. Dominant eye. Yeah, a lot of people try to like close one eye. You should really get used to shooting with both eyes open, and then yeah, just figure out which eye is your dominant eye, and then try and aim with that. So that's what I try and do all the time. So but yeah, I mean, there's literally a million different ways that you could shoot a bow, and shooting compound is a little bit different than shooting a recurve. I haven't shot one. I wouldn't mind to, but at the same time, I'm a big softy for my recurve bow. You can get a sight put on the bow to help with accuracy. Oh yeah, absolutely. And there's these really cool, like little quivers that you can hook like right here, and it'll just hold your arrows right there for you. And those are really cool. But yeah, again, I just like how very simple my bow is. So pick up my knives and throw a few more. Okay, I'm going to step back a little bit and see if I can throw by the point. So when you keep sight on compound, string. Yeah, the compounds have sights, and they have all kinds of little gadgets on them. They're very, I don't know, they're very like mechanical and a lot of moving parts, and you have to tune them, and there's a lot of stuff that goes into a compound bow. But yeah, with this bow, I just string it, and then I put bow wax on the string so that doesn't dry out and fray, and that's really the only like maintenance that goes into a traditional bow. So I like that a lot. But yeah, so I'm going to step back and throw these, because when you throw by the point, you want it to spin and go in, and so you have to figure out how far back you need to be get it to spin correctly. So that's something I've been working on a lot, and it's pretty difficult, but it's a lot of fun. Well, I got one to go in that way. That time I got 3 in, so doing a little bit better. I think with my blade throw, I think I'm about like 10 feet away for it to spin and go in by the point. But it's a lot of fun to just like kind of try and do like a turn throw. Zulu One and I have a friendly competition next year. We just went to an event called Flattoberfest, and so next year, him and I, we have a challenge. So we're gonna have a knife throwing challenge between us. So he's not allowed to cry when he's beat by a little girl, but Hubby doesn't shoot with you. I'm not currently dating, whatever. I'm just a single lady in the world. but I do still talk to my ex who got me into archery, and we still share that joy with each other. So but yeah, Zulu One is my like flat earth husband. He's got like 5 flat earth wives. And so I'm one of them. But yeah, we're gonna have a foot and mouth. No problem. But yeah, we're gonna have a competition next year at Flattoberfest for knife throwing. So I've been just practicing to get really good and beat him. But yeah, I really do love throwing knives. They're one of the most fun things that I have picked up recently. Nice. So I got, after a couple tries, I ended up getting all 6 in the round point first. So that's very good. I actually marked in the ground over here where I should stand, like about the distance that I should be. And yeah, it seems to be working pretty well, but I won't let you win. If you let me win, I will unfriend you. It's not a competition if you let someone win. I want to open a flat earth pizza shop. Nice. Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you? And so sometimes the throwing goes like that and I miss all of them. But, that's why you practice. I need to be able to record my videos in slow-mo, because like it's a certain angle that you have to like release at to get them to spin properly, all that. And so like I need to like slow-mo my videos so I can see, okay, which is the angle that I need to be at to throw successfully. But if you don't practice, you don't get better. 1 out of 6. Ever try axe throw? No, but it's on my list. I get paid next week for the first time in months, and so that's probably one thing I'll end up buying myself. So. But throwing into this wood round is awesome because, I mean, like this foam target, it just gets like destroyed by the knives. But this wood, I mean, I'll probably have it for like literally years because it's been sitting out in the rain, and so now it's getting kind of waterlogged. But it's almost like self-healing. Like it just, yeah, you like pull out the knife and then it kind of goes back together. So I would highly suggest a wood round if you get throwing knives. So the most important thing is to have fun with it. So whatever you're doing, whether you're shooting or throwing or whatever, just have fun, and then you'll keep doing it, and you will get better at it. I promise. 3 out of 6, not bad. Yeah, the up close, just straight on throw is definitely way easier, but trying to get really good at my distance throwing. So, and you can throw it. There is a way to throw it straight and then it'll go straight like that. I haven't figured that out with distance yet, but working on it. It's live stream. I'm out. Good night to you. Good night. Have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Sometimes you throw a bunch and none of them go in, but I got 3 in on that first one. So. All right. Well, this has been a lot of fun. I think I'm about ready to head back inside, but thanks everyone for tuning in. This was great. So I mostly just did this so that I can watch it back and see like how my form is, how I'm shooting, how I'm throwing, all that stuff. But figure why not? Why not have some people in here with me for fun? But yeah, thanks everyone for Fathead's Adventures in Homesteading. Hey, unfortunately, I'm about to leave. I'll throw one more round just for you since you're here, though. Three out of six. Let's see if I can get the other three in. Got one more in. Sometimes it helps if you talk to your knives, like, come on, you're gonna do it. You got this. See? Only one left. Come on, I gotta get that last one in there. Okay, that's all six in there. Swiss and Messin, I don't know, man, they just go wild. But you can watch the video back once it uploads. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. It killed 43 minutes really quickly, so I might have to do this more often, just because if I'm on my own, I sometimes will, like, I'll just like get distracted, you know, squirrel, and then I don't shoot or throw as long as I really should be. But yeah, thanks everyone for tuning in. Shout out to everyone in chat, and tune in next time to see more of my shenanigans and whatnot. So bye. See you all on the flat side. Love you.